Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So, of course, there are a ton of rumors going around Mike Conley. Is he going to get traded? Where is he going to get traded to? Especially if the Memphis Grizzlies decide to draft Ja Morant. Are they going to keep both of them in town? Or are they going to just turn it over to Morant and let him do his thing? Well, if he does get traded, I'm going to let you guys know a few trade destinations that Mike Conley could potentially go to. Now, the first one that I mentioned in yesterday's video, the Boston Celtics. If Boston loses out on Kyrie Irving, they no longer have that star point guard. Gordon Hayward, who didn't really look like he was fitting in, of course, the injury. We don't know exactly what Gordon Hayward is going to look like coming back this season, but he kind of fell out that rotation a little bit, and at times he hindered Boston in the success. Maybe they decide to trade Gordon Hayward, bring in a Mike Conley. You get another veteran point guard who has no problems kind of facilitating and helping the rest of you young guys come through, and you're still a contender. You're still right there in that Eastern Conference. I think that is a trade that could potentially happen. For, of course, Memphis, you get a guy, Gordon Hayward. We'll see how he bounces back this season. But he's a guy you know who could score for you. You have Morant already there. You space him out with another shooter and Gordon Hayward. I think that one could potentially fit. Another fit, the Orlando Magic. Of course, the Magic in the situation, they just need a point guard who could really come in and level out this team. They're already a playoff team. Bring in a guy like Mike Conley, of course, and he takes you a few steps forward. Now, all of a sudden, you're not a contender in the Eastern Conference, but you're a team that, you know, without a doubt, should be able to make the playoffs. And I think he will help you out if you went to Orlando. Another team that just desperately needs a point guard, the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns, I feel like, have needed a point guard for a few seasons now. They still really need one, in my opinion. Mike Conley can help level out that ship. Now, who do you trade? Maybe a Josh Jackson, maybe a Tyler Johnson. You have a couple of guys you can move to bring him in. I think it will be tougher, but that's another option. The Phoenix Suns, a team that needs a point guard. The Utah Jazz is a team that I think could be very, very interesting. Utah already there. I think they're a star, not a star player, but a really good player away from kind of being a true contender, especially if Kevin Durant ends up leaving Golden State. The West is going to be a little bit more open. I think that could be a spot that Utah could try to fit themselves into if you can make that move. Now, you're going to have to give up a Derek Favors. You're going to have to give up a Dante Exum. But if that happens, think about it. You're going to have Donovan Mitchell, of course. Rudy Gobert is still going to be there. You're going to pair them with the Mike Conley. I like that lineup. I think that could be a great fit. We'll see what happens, but I really do like Utah. Another team that has came up in discussions, the Chicago Bulls. I think that's less likely to happen because, of course, who are they going to try to pair up? They're going to try to pair up Chris Dunn in the trade, and Chris Dunn at this point has pretty much next to no value when it comes to teams trying to trade for him. So I don't see that happening. And then the last thing that popped up was the Detroit Pistons, of course. You're going to have to move a Reggie Jackson. What else do you move? You do have a pick that you can move as well, but I think that's going to be tough. My top choices that I think he'll really have an impact and that I would love to see him on is the Boston Celtics and the Utah Jazz, of course. I think if he goes to Utah, they're all of a sudden right there in the mix of things in that Western Conference, and I would love to see it. But that is my opinion on possible destinations. You guys let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. Where do you see Mike Conley going? Do you like any of the teams on my list? Are the teams that I'm missing out on? Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.